Hi human, is the Half-Life community okay? Short answer, no. Long answer, no. And I'm like decently sure they want the blood of Jeff Keighley to sacrifice to Gabe Newell or try to summon a demon from hell to fetch souls to create Half-Life 3, kind of like the law of equivalent exchange from Fullmetal Alchemist. Because with the Game Awards of 2025 coming around, a rumor started that Half-Life 3 will be announced. That's the equivalent of asking for Bloodborne 2 or Bloodborne PC at that point. Sony is completely lobotomized. They do not want to give that game, and yes, I want Bloodborne 2, and yes, I'm using this opportunity to rant about the fact that I've still not received Bloodborne PC, and no, I'm not just gonna emulate it or buy a console. I just want this fuck-ass company to give me my fucking game. Anyway, with the Game Awards coming around, like every year, a rumor started that Half-Life 3 will be announced. A rumor that was entirely based on an insider said, which is the equivalent of saying, Baba Vanga said a meteor is gonna hit us by 2026, so that must be true. And this from the internet named Hopium reached its height in the Game Awards when this trailer rolled around. Alright, the trailer that gave off Half-Life vibes and was announced as a trailer that will satisfy long, old gamers turned out to be a Mega Man trailer, but I assume the Half-Life community is taking it so well and so brave. They seem to be taking it well that their game wasn't announced, from asking for the sacrifice of Jeff Keighley and comparing him to Epstein and Hitler for legitimately burning Mega Man, to saying you should sacrifice yourself for Half-Life. Please don't do that, that's not gonna get Half-Life. The only thing it's gonna do is half your life. To posting the suicide hotline and posting something that I can only describe as the indistinguishable rambling of a madman consumed by more madness than any human has ever before. This is what I imagine the humans saw that were tortured by Am in I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream. And now, with a new Half-Life 3 rumor starting that Half-Life 3 is a Steam Machine launch title with Steam hardware set for spring 2026, I don't see this hopium ending anytime soon. And I get it. I would love to see Bloodborne PC. I would give 5 lives for that. That's a lie. I wouldn't. I would give 10. And talking about the Steam Machine while I'm already at it, if it is true that Half-Life 3 is the launch title, I got some very bad news for anybody hoping that this shit is gonna happen in spring of 2026. With everything we've seen in the entire industry, with RAM prices increasing to prices that can only be described as cyberpunk dystopian level bullshit where you have to sell an arm, leg, and a newborn child for 8 gigabytes of RAM, I would not be surprised if in about like 2 weeks we see them delay this machine. Because with the price being so hotly discussed about this machine specifically, they are never going to be able to sell this at a reasonable price, besides if the RAM prices go down, which by the way are projected to go down maybe 2028, so have fun hoping for Half-Life 3, I guess. But you know what? I don't really got room to speak or make fun of you. I've been hoping for a Bloodborne PC for years now, and the only thing I got from Sony is a middle finger and vinyls that cost $120. Like, Sony, you spent $400 million on Concord. Why the fuck do you keep spending money on games nobody wants? It doesn't even... I'm sorry. Remastering or porting Bloodborne can cost like 10 million max, bro. That cannot be that expensive that you don't want to do it. Anyway, thought I'd yap about this. Goodbye.